Hello, my friend. Welcome to Reflections and Music. Code Blue, Confessions of a Hospital Chaplain. As the on-call chaplain, the night begins with the reality that my beeper can summon me at any moment to any corner of the hospital to enter rooms heavy with worry and uncertainty. My role is not one of fixing, but of being present, a compassionate listener, a source of comfort for those who find themselves in the grip of life's most vulnerable moments. But nothing can prepare you for when a family's worst fears are realized. One night, I was called to the bedside of a woman who had just learned that her teenage son had been shot in a troubled part of town. The woman and her husband were anxiously awaiting more news and clinging to hope as I entered the sterile quiet of the room. Upon introducing myself, a phone call shatters their tense anticipation. On the other end, their daughter delivers the devastating news. Their son has not survived. The father screams in anguished cries of denial. No, no, no. His words reverberate around the room as he jumps up from his chair, moves quickly past me, and bolts into the restroom, slamming the door behind him. The guttural sounds of his grief, shouts of agony, punctuated by his big, strong fist pounding against the door, fill the room and hallway with a cacophony of raw, unfiltered release of painful sorrow. His wife, unable to move, lies helplessly, shaking in her hospital bed, tears streaming down her face, loud sobs muffled by shock and exhaustion as I gently take hold of her hand. Eventually, her husband emerges from the restroom, transformed by his storm-like release of emotions. His face, though etched with sorrow, has softened. The act of expressing his grief so viscerally seems to have steadied him somewhat, which enables him to return to his wife's side and offer her a measure of comfort. Suddenly, another ring on their cell phone. The husband answers and puts it on speaker mode so that his wife can hear. It's their pastor, a name I recognize, a man renowned throughout the city for his unwavering commitment to the poor and for shepherding an inner-city congregation through the most challenging of circumstances. Speaking with a compassionate and gentle authority, he confirms the tragic news, saying that he had arrived at the scene soon after the shooting and witnessed the arrival of police and ambulance crew who took their son's body to the city morgue. The husband, though still shaken, appears more composed than before, encouraged, I assume, by the support of his faith and the pastor's promise to arrive soon at the hospital to be with them. I stay with the couple until the pastor arrives and then respectfully bow out of the room. As I make my way back to the on-call sleeping room, I reflect on this experience, particularly about the pastor's ministry. How many times, I wonder, has he been called in the midnight hour to comfort families torn apart by violence, to stand in the breach for those the world too often overlooks? I think about my own unique role as a hospital chaplain, to be present in the immediate, overwhelming shock of loss, to offer spiritual support and a steadying hand when the ground gives way beneath a family's feet, to bear witness to the first trembling moments of grief and provide a space for sorrow, anger, and disbelief. I say a prayer for the couple, as well as the pastor, whose ongoing care will be essential in the days, weeks, and months ahead as he guides them through the rituals and realities of loss, the funeral, the unanswered questions, and the turbulent emotions of grief, while they learn to carry the weight of their son's absence and rebuild their lives in the shadow of loss.